Hi, this is Barry Leadham, and I'm back once again to complete my training on building instant trust and rapport with your prospects to mentally prepare them to hear your message by revealing 4 additional communication strategies used by top professionals to dramatically increase your prospect recruitment ratio. So hang in there, you don't want to miss this information. Do you realize that professionals know that this sale is made before the presentation even begins? It's true. First, by learning the right communication skills, then planning and practicing what they're going to say before they say it, then mentally preparing your prospects to believe the life-changing things you're gonna tell them before you tell them. Because there's no use even starting to invite or present to a prospect unless the prospect is in total rapport with you prior to inviting and presenting. I can't emphasize this enough. Rapport is decided almost immediately by the subconscious mind of your prospect. That means you don't have a lot of time. Professionals know that prospects make their decision to believe and trust you in a matter of seconds. So you have to manage that time wisely by using effective rapport building strategies. So let's dive right in and begin learning 4 communication strategies to create better conversation, better belief, and better inviting in order to educate your prospects so they can make a decision about your product or business opportunity. Strategy number 1, ask your prospect, what would you like to know first? This phrase turns off your prospect's salesperson alarm so they're not suspicious of you. You see, everyone likes to buy, but people don't want to be sold. So how do you get people to feel like they're buying instead of being sold? By putting the control of the information into their hands. When someone's giving a presentation, they're selling you. When they ask a question and you answer their question, you're buying. See the difference there? So instead of pitching and presenting, put your prospects in question asking mode by asking, what would you like to know first? This phrase is easy and it's polite because nobody enjoys a one-way conversation where you're talking at them instead of with them, and then listen more than you talk, and ultimately letting your third-party company tools do the talking for you. Because if you're talking too much, you're talking your way to failure. Say less to more people, and again, let your third-party tools do the talking for you. So as soon as possible, after mentioning something about your business or product, ask your prospect, what would you like to know first? And then your prospect will actually tell you what you're dying to know, and that is what really matters to your prospect. Strategy number 2, give your prospect a compliment. Now, sometimes that's not quite as easy as it seems. If your compliment is offered out of the blue and disconnected from the current environment, this can make your prospect actually feel suspicious of your intentions and create a wall of skepticism. Like saying, hey, like your hairdo, or love the shoes. You gotta go a little bit deeper than that. Your compliment has to be relevant to your prospect's current circumstances. Has to be authentic, sincere, and sound natural, such as something like, hey, that's a beautiful scarf. I really like how it complements your outfit. Love the color combination. Do you mind if I ask where you got it from? Or, is that the new Apple iPhone? I hear it's awesome. Good for you. What's the best thing you like about it? Relevant, less obvious compliments show that you care enough to look deeper and see something most other people wouldn't notice. And did you notice how I asked a question right after the compliment? Adding a question after a compliment takes the pressure off your prospect to thank you. Instead, they have a question to answer, and that's a lot more comfortable for them and helps you establish rapport by learning more about your prospect. Strategy number 3, get your prospect to do the talking. Most people can't resist a good chance to talk about themselves, and they have a willing listener, you. If your prospects are talking about themselves, they feel in control and they feel happy. The more your prospect talks, the easier it is to stay in rapport. After all, how could they be skeptical when a fascinating person such as themselves is talking? To get your prospect talking, just ask a question about their family, occupation, recreation, or hobby before you deliver your message. To help you remember that, the acronym is FORM, F-O-R-M, which stands for family, occupation, recreation, and message. For example, you could say something like, "So, what do you do for a living?" "Ah, well, how long have you been doing that?" "Well, what's the best thing you like about it?" "So, what would your ideal customer be if I should run into someone who might need your services?" See how this works? Again, people love talking about themselves, so one of the best ways to establish rapport and common ground with someone is to ask a question about their family, occupation, recreation before you deliver your message, which is your invitation to review your product or business opportunity. Strategy number 4, avoid why questions. A why question can show interest and get your prospect talking, but there's a downside to it. It can also bring back old childhood memories of being in trouble, like, "Why did you do that?" and put them on the defensive. It can also help them talk themselves out of your product or business, like if you ask them why they're currently using Y brand when you're selling X brand, and then your prospect begins telling you all the good reasons they bought Y brand, reinforcing that it was a good decision to buy someone else's product over yours. That's not a good path to go down, so avoid why questions. All of these 4 communication strategies will bypass your prospect's subconscious resistance programming to skepticism, negative past experiences, too good to be true, and what's the catch, and make it much easier for you to communicate and get your prospects to believe all the amazing things you want to tell them before you tell them. You don't want to say good things to prospects who aren't going to believe you. You want to say good things to prospects who are prepared to believe you. And that's the first difference between amateurs and professionals. But if you truly want to master the art of professional communication to dramatically increase your prospect recruitment ratio, click on my free gift link above in the right-hand corner. I have undergone painstaking efforts to put together top industry information for you that takes my trust and rapport training videos to the next communication level. Mastering prospect recruitment starts with first mastering establishing rapport, then inviting to view your third-party tools, follow-up, and closing communication skills. If you're serious about your business and tired of being in the slow lane and want to rank advance and take it to the next level, you need this information. If not, it's like a carpenter driving in nails with his fists to put 2 boards together, or a batter hitting a baseball with a broomstick. Okay, sure, you're going to hit the ball, but it's not going to go very far. You're not going to get the first base, and you're not going to win the game. So if you're serious about rank advancement and getting a paycheck, then click on my free gift link above. When I got this information, it changed everything, and it's going to change everything for you too. This is Barry Leadham signing off. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.